Right, what I'm going to try and show now is how you have to try and adjust this to set to a particular angle using another template I've made for 25 degrees in this case. So you've got to somehow manage to adjust the distance in and out at the same time as you're adjusting the angle. So you do need 3 pairs of hands. So you've got to fiddle with this to get this to go in and out. At the same time, just trying to get the angle right. So that's about the right distance in and out. And of course you need to do this on the fly quickly whilst you're wood turning so that you don't have to mess about. Not something I can see happening. Well, first problem I've got is the tool rest is too long for the tool to meet there, so that's a complete fail as well. I'm not bothering with any other jigs to try and set anything up at square. There's a nice strike line down here, so I then moved on to a 15-degree skew, and you can set that up the same as before with a template, but because the skew has got about a 20-degree grind across the top, I found that the body handle of the tool clonked the motor. Right, I just made another template for a 35-degree angle, which this time measures at about 21mm off the back end here. The previous one I'd done was 25 degrees, which came out about 12.5mm down there. So I managed to fiddle about and get that set up. And now reset with another 45-degree template so I can do a spindle roughing gouge. So that's 45 degrees. I'm hoping I would just be able to roll my tool on there very easily. I know that it was working, albeit that I'm not using the jigs that they recommend. Right, I'm now going to sharpen a spindle roughing gouge using the Tormek recommended jig system. I've set this to the recommended 3-inch distance out protrusion. This works just by pushing it. There's no lock, so it's just pushing it and then rolling it using the bar as a guide. But at 3 inches and 33mm seems to work about right. Right, I've just put a 60 grade belt on here, and I've set the distance to 33mm. Sorry, not 33. 24mm, which is the distance I had ascertained when I had a previous go. I've just going to mark up, check that I've got the right angle. So put that on here. That's fine, that's the right angle. Well, that's given it quite a nice grind off the 60 grit. That is successful. This moves quite nicely round. It doesn't clout. If you set it up right, this is going to be quite easy to repeat. But when you go to put the side panel back on, I couldn't understand why there was a washer with this for the butterfly wing nut. But when you put this on, if you don't actually put the spacer in, then the panel rubs against the side shaft. The nut spacer needs to be easy to fit on. This is something you want to do in 1 or 2 seconds. You don't want this to be difficult, because as soon as it's difficult you won't change belts. And then somehow you've got to figure out how to get this on. It's not glued, it's not welded. I just dropped it. So at this point this would probably be going out the window.